The air was still, unnaturally still, as though the world itself was holding its breath. The sun dimmed behind clouds that glowed with a strange, otherworldly light. People looked to the sky, some weeping, some trembling, others kneeling as a trumpet sounded a sound that pierced both flesh and soul. The trumpet echoed again and again, rolling like thunder through every mountain and valley. Graves broke open across the earth. The sea gave up its dead. From dust and ashes, bones reformed, clothed once more in flesh. As the Great Awakening began, men and women rose in confusion, rich and poor, kings and beggars, all the same now. Their eyes turned upward, for above them the heavens split apart like a curtain being drawn open. A radiant light burst forth, brighter than 1,000 suns, yet no one could look away. From that brilliance descended the Son of Man, clothed in glory, surrounded by legions of angels whose faces shone like fire. The angels spread across the earth, gathering the souls of every nation. None could hide, not beneath the sea nor in the shadows. Time itself seemed to dissolve. Eternity had come. And then the great throne appeared white as lightning, vast as the sky. Before it stood humanity, countless as the sands of the shore. Books were opened, and another book, the book of life, was set apart. Silence fell. The only sound was the beating of hearts and the whispering wings of angels. Then the king spoke, his voice like rushing waters. The time has come. Every deed, every word, every hidden thought shall now be revealed. Faces turned pale, the proud trembled, and the humble bowed low. Each soul felt the weight of their life like a mirror turned inward. Nothing was hidden anymore. One by one, the stories of lives played before them like living visions. A thief saw every stolen coin, a liar every twisted word, a murderer every cry of their victim. The righteous saw the quiet acts of kindness they had long forgotten, each one shining like a jewel before the throne. Angels recorded, demons accused, and the Son judged with perfect justice. No bribe could change his decree. No argument could twist his truth. Every heart was laid bare before the one who knew them better than they knew themselves. Then came the dividing of souls. The king raised his hand, and the nations parted like a river split by a great rock. To his right stood the righteous, shining like dawn. To his left, the unrepentant, their faces shadowed with despair. Come, you blessed of my Father, said the king, his eyes filled with mercy. Inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Shouts of joy rose among the redeemed. They fell to their knees as angels clothed them in garments of white. Music filled the air, melodies older than time, songs of love and victory. To the others, he spoke words that froze the soul. Depart from me, you who work iniquity, for I never knew you. The earth trembled, and the sky darkened at his command. The condemned cried out, pleading for another chance. But time had ended. Mercy's door was closed. The light faded from their eyes as angels of judgment led them away. The righteous were lifted upward on wings of glory, passing through clouds into realms of unimaginable beauty. The gates of pearl shone before them, and from within came laughter, light, and the fragrance of eternal joy. They entered the New Jerusalem, a city of gold so pure it gleamed like glass. Rivers of life flowed through its streets, and trees bearing endless fruit lined its paths. There was no more pain, no more sorrow, no more death. The King himself wiped every tear from their eyes. The redeemed looked upon his face and knew they were finally home. Each soul received a name known only to them and their Creator, a mark of divine love and purpose. They remembered the trials of earth, but felt no sting from them, only gratitude, for every hardship had led them here. Meanwhile, the lost were cast into a realm of endless night. The light they had rejected on earth was gone forever. Flames did not consume them, but revealed their torment, a hunger for peace that would never be filled. They wandered through shadows, haunted by memories of chances ignored and grace refused. Demons mocked them with the echoes of their own sins. The greatest pain was not the fire, but the absence of hope. The light of God was nowhere to be found, and time stretched into an eternal despair. In heaven, laughter rang through the golden air. Children ran through gardens that never wilted, and music echoed from crystal halls. The saints spoke with prophets and angels, their voices united in praise. The Lamb walked among them not as distant king, but as brother, shepherd, and friend. His wounds still shone, a reminder of love's price and victory's seal. From his throne flowed the river of life, and all who drank from it felt joy unending. The kingdom of heaven had no sun, for the glory of God was its light. On the new earth, mountains sang and oceans whispered his praise. Creation itself was restored. No decay, no death, no sorrow. The curse had ended forever. Yet even in their joy, the redeemed understood justice. They saw how every choice had shaped eternity. Love had triumphed, but not without truth. A voice echoed through all creation. Behold, I make all things new. And indeed, all things were new, every soul, every tear, every dawn. Judgment Day was not only a reckoning, but a revelation of who God truly was, and who humanity had chosen to become. In that final unveiling, no lie could stand, no pride could speak, only truth and love eternal. And so eternity began, not as an ending, but as a beginning. For the righteous, endless joy in the presence of their Creator. For the lost, endless remembrance of the light they turned away. The trumpet that once sounded judgment now echoed forever as a song of glory in the kingdom of heaven.